I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
All right,
Had to
welcome
work hard,
all. This
struggle
is
just
the
to be
Australian
me.
Indie
Had to
Wrestling
rise
Show.
up
Fellow
just to
wrestlers,
be
trainees, event support staff, friends, foes, and everyone in between. If you have a question, if you have a topic, well, let me stop you right there. This week you can ask the Don and Mr. Michael Lee from the Australian wrestling community, the Grand Slam announcer himself. Let's hello, Mr. Michael Lee.
Evening, guys. First time talker, multiple time contributor. How does that go? But
Yep.
Happy to be.
Awesome.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
How was your weekend? What did you get up to, Michael?
I spent Valentines with my lovely wife, and I went to my nephew's birthday party and was trying not to be the antisocial uncle in the corner as I was getting all the updates from everything else in the eastern states. But I think I balanced everything okay.
You sure did, getting those posts out over the weekend. Great to see and keeping everyone informed as always. The Don, how was your weekend?
It was fantastic. Unfortunately, I had to work on Valentine's Day, but them's the breaks. But my wife and I spent a lovely evening watching the Perth Wildcats absolutely destroy the Brisbane Bullets. It was fantastic. And yeah, it was a real good cap off. We got the free cheeseburgers for the free throws. So we had free Valentine's dinner with cheeseburgers. So, it's a good time.
Big weekend at the basketball for Don. Well, before both of your Valentine's Day, I spent Friday the 13th. Things, of course, went horribly wrong for the main character, Will Walker, and I down at Peak Pro Wrestling. I had the hardest nut kick in my life delivered to me by Gore after everything went wrong, and I was beaten down. Don, you wrestled those little kids in the West. This was a fully grown man that beat me down. Let me just get that out of the way.
Contrary to rumor and innuendo, they're not all little kids over here in Perth. I've taken on many a large man in pro wrestling. I feel like the forearms of a Jared Slate definitely would be comparable, if not much worse, than the forearms of a Gore.
Look, Gore's a fully grown man, and it hurt when he hit me really bad. Will Walker put up a valiant fight. But I only found that out after I was able to watch the hard cam footage on my Valentine's Day as I was nursing my bruises. But
you got a sweet nap for Valentine's Day.
I got a sweet nap Friday the 13th to Valentine's Day. Hey, Friday we saw the PWA Coliseum with, of course, Mark Davis in the main event, and who else but Kyle Fletcher showed up to commentate during the Colosseum matches. What did you think of this event?
Very welcome surprise. I liked the little thing where when he said he was coming home, he actually meant PWA. Like that went over really well with the crowd. And PWA, they didn't need AEW to have like a really amazing Coliseum, but it only just added to things. I felt like it was from top to bottom. Like they showed their best assets and their up and comers the entire night. I was thoroughly impressed with the whole. I could talk this whole podcast about PWA more than AEW, but no.
I could also talk about PWA like I did last week about the fact that they have this same opportunity that Brisbane had to showcase like the whole array of quality in all of Australian wrestling, but they didn't. They kept it to the East Coast. And I don't like it's great. Not the same. They don't have great people there.
4 out of the 7 states.
And look, that's better than none. However, there's just I feel slighted as a Western Australian. And there was no representation there, even just one. And I know the worst thing is I know Kaz Jordan was over there, and like just even popping him in, like I saw a photo of him doing something. I can't remember what it was, but and correct me if I'm wrong, Kaz, if you weren't there, sorry, bro, I didn't mean to throw you in the shit. But just one representation from the West, especially with all eyes on you say Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis rocking up. That's going to get international looks.
Well, they got about 8,500 views in 15 hours, so that's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just to show, yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's it is what it is. We're at where we're at. And and especially with all the talk over the time about when the WWE was in Perth, the amount of people that we I say it's not specifically me that went out of our way to accommodate so many people and give them some kind of a.
Well, Don, that was then, and this is now. We haven't got anyone from Sydney here to defend themselves on the podcast.
They can start their own podcast.
Well, they may very well start their own podcast, but what they did do is do a pop-up show outside the Sydney venue, and I'd say about 7,500 people saw them on their way to the venue. And Michael, you were the one sharing this around, trying to get everyone to go and check it out.
Very spur of the moment. I think they only announced it like a couple hours before. I think it was like 12 o'clock, and the sets were starting at 3. So I made sure to try and tag as many people as possible. Like, hey, while you're waiting, if you're going to be waiting like to get first in, best dressed, then you might as well enjoy some great wrestling on the way. But I hope enough people went. I haven't seen much photos from it, but.
Well, as I said, I reckon at about 7,500 people caught it as they made their way around the building to check out and see if they could find any of the AEW merch, which seems to still be a problem for AEW getting their merch over here carried straight into House Rules. A lot of fans were tweeting and getting on social media claiming the merchandise setup was once again lacking. You know, another attendee pointed out the limited options available at the stand, and it was also worth noting that the VIP access and, you know, if you got the better seats, you had a bit better access.
Sir, you can't.
All access.
Oh, sorry.
All access.
Access to some of the more in-demand merchandise. Let's just say that. The Don, you got something to say about this?
No, I'm ready. Like it's one of those things, man. First in, best dressed. If you want that merch, you got to pay the premium. Get in there super early. Pay for the premium tickets that get you the early entry, and then you have selection of everything. If you're lagging at the back, if there's any merch there, you can get it. There's a thing called the internet. If you really want a t-shirt, you can log on and go get one. It's cool to get one at the venue as a bit of a memento, but if you miss out, like they literally were ready for half the amount of people. Do you know what I mean? They got in Brisbane. So you got to account for that. There's logistics with this. You can't ship them out and then ship them home. If you sell out of merchandise, you're doing great. You set aside an amount. If we sell out this, magic. If we don't,
a lot of people are saying they couldn't get the high-end merchandise online and on social media.
Amount of bruv soccer shirts I saw.
On the telecast, those shirts seem to be everywhere. That was the Cena shirt of this tour, was it?
Pretty much. But yeah, if you're there, you get it. If you miss out, Premier River.
Jack
You know what this is right here?
And then crushing.
Real glass.
Crushing the
Go
abdomen.
cry me a river.
We saw Aisha. She was in the Ring of Honor, which we saw.
And I feel from last week's show, we owe Aisha some kind of apology. We were like, what kind of horrible OnlyFans girl are they going to find in Sydney for Andrade? And to our surprise, it was good to see Aisha getting a bit of a spotlight shone on her. No, it wasn't some ratty Sydney OnlyFans girl.
No Sydney OnlyFans, just a Melbourne wrestler.
It was good to see a Melbourne-based wrestler, Aisha, getting a bit of a spotlight shone on her. And that's how it should be done. But another female wrestler from Australia who got an even bigger spotlight shine on her was, of course, Western Australia's own Lena Cross. And she's been hanging around AEW, and finally they made it official and said she's all elite. So Lena Cross is all elite. And, of course, we've got Michael here because Michael's had the most experience with her down at NHPW. Michael, what can you tell us about Lena Cross?
She is, known her since I've started with NH back in 2018. I think she came in the year before me. And, I've been able to call some of her best moments here in Perth before the world shut down and opened up again, and she exploded everywhere else. But yeah, this is I don't think I'll get in too much trouble by saying that last Grand Slam she was meant to appear in Global Wars, but plans change, cards subject to change, and she's caught the eye of Tony for quite some time. So obviously it's just a matter of when's the right time to bring her in, and they chose a really good time to do it this time around.
Very good.
Kyle Fletcher had a great return home as the TNT champion, really getting around town on all the media with the belt and everything, getting a lot of shots with the Sydney Opera House in the background. What a brutal ladder match between Kyle and Briscoe. But I caught Kyle's mum hiding her face while watching the ladder match, and whose mum hasn't done that while watching their son's match?
It was pretty brutal. Like I was to say, I was a little confused, obviously, by Ciampa losing the title only after less than 2 weeks, but I am kind of glad because a lot of the bumps and a lot of shots they took in that match, I don't think I would have wanted Ciampa to take any of those with his bad neck there. So I'm grateful.
Come on, let's be real. He was never booked on the flights to come down under to Australia.
Oh shit. Yeah, I still look. I've only seen clips online, so I will defer any questions to Michael Lee. He's a man of honor and has done his research.
Yeah, don't worry, Don. I saw the look of terror in your face, and I realised, of course, as normal, you have not watched the pay-per-views.
I hate boring television.
We'll skirt around you, and we'll just ask Michael, who, as he mentioned before, has watched it twice.
I was eager to see how Lita went. I just wanted just to have a full rundown of the show, but yeah. Wanted to come
prepared as always. You did, sir. Always letting us know what's going on within the community.
It's not me.
Sorry, Don.
It's no, good.
No,
I'm glad.
it's you, Don. We know what to expect. You're a busy man, but I wanted to ask you guys, the fuck ice chants, the Scar F ice, the fuck ice chants. They made international headlines. Last time we booed their national anthem. This time we told them to fuck ice. Do you reckon that's made the national headlines? What do you guys have to say about that?
Well, it shows that we've broadcast, like, the message kind of transcends America. We get inundated with everything that happens over there. So if we can do anything to kind of bring a bit more attention to an idea like that, I suppose, I don't think that's too controversial to say. I hope, because I heard that Brody wasn't on Dynamite this past week because they were very concerned about the chants. I'm hoping that he's still able to have a few bookings moving forward, that he doesn't get punished for people kind of latching on to this and maybe making it grow a bit more. But we'll just have to see.
And Don, I know you don't give a fuck about the politics of AEW.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't even watch it. So what I want to ask you is, you do sometimes attend the shows. Will you be buying your ticket early, or have they conditioned you to buy your ticket later in the show?
All it's done is condition me to never purchase tickets until the day of.
Forever scorned.
I'll never trust anybody again.
Because we spoke about it when I went last year, and we spoke about it last week. If you prepare, well, that's the thing, you prepare yourself early, you get an opportunity for merch. If you don't prepare yourself early, you get opportunity for free tickets, or at least discounted tickets. So it's a gamble.
Do you think if we all boycott until the very last day, we can all get in for free?
It's boycotting.
It's not how wrestling fans work, bro. Wrestling fans, they're rabid and they will buy it early, or they will just call it on the day. There's no in between.
If they find a loophole, they're going to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I should ask our guest, Mr. Michael Lee, what would you do? Would you still buy early, or would you wait till the last day and gamble on the free tickets and the house party that is the Tony Khan?
I'd like to think I'd be smarter with it, but I like to prepare ahead of time. I still think I would just, like, on the off chance that maybe this year they won't have the same pattern of behavior. Again, it's kind of hard to say. Like, once it's an accident, two's a coincidence, three's a pattern. We'll know. Like, I don't think it was announced that they're going to be doing more shows in Queensland maybe moving forward. So let's give Tony a bit of a chance to see if this is going to be the norm, or it's going to be like a irregularity?
Well, I think they'll give us another chance to find out if there is a pattern, but more on that later in the show. And
Yeah.
someone else, well, two others who showed up were the IIconics. And am I getting that wrong? Yeah, all right. Well, the IIconics or the Inspiration showed up. And someone else that showed up was Adam Brooks, and he's shown up at TNA as well. So is that the showing up on the two of the three biggest companies in the world in last week?
It's actually really cool, like to see so much. Like Adam Brooks recently wrestled for TNA in America, so I think he's at this point where he's just gonna whoever snaps him up first, he's gonna go that way. He's appeared on AEW as well now, so it's looking really cool for Adam Brooks, which, you know.
Yeah, as I said, showing up on two of the three biggest companies in the world running at the moment, two of the three biggest shows running at the moment.
Yep. And then Robbie Eagles, who I imagine has some sort of contractual obligation with New Japan. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's cool to see him doing some stuff with AEW. He might get scooped up and go and do some stuff there. And for whatever people think of AEW as a company, as far as how they run shows, just the fact that more Australians are getting like well paid to do the thing that we love and have been trying to be recognized as world class and quality for God knows how many years, and the amount of people that have sort of made it almost there or made it all left, and now it's sort of like becoming more and more that people are going, oh, there's something in the water in the land down under. They're putting out some real quality, and both WWE and AEW are recognizing that. You got big stars in WWE, and you've got some big upcoming, big stars like Kyle Fletcher in AEW, and it's just bringing everyone up along with them. You know, Waller signed full time to WWE. Rhea Ripley, probably the most well-known name in wrestling in the world at this point. And then AEW, yeah, Toni Storm. You know, forget about that because she's been there for so long now.
You know what it's like to live this life. You know what it's like to be in the spotlight and everyone tries to take it away from you. And all the friends that you came up with just wither away into pathetic husks of themselves, and you just pray that you don't end up the same.
Australian, Kyle Fletcher. But it's just really, really uplifting to see that. And
well, another uplifting thing we saw during the week, of course, is the WWE tryout announcement, and good luck to everyone attending. I think we saw the Tuckman and Scotty Green of the Dropouts. Yeah, that's right. Get your fingers in the air, fellas. We also saw the Philippe brothers, Stevie and Tone Philippe will be attending. And of course, Ricky South will be attending. So that was good to see. And good luck to anyone else who wasn't mentioned publicly. Well, Don, seems we have the master of the wrap around the week, Mr. Michael Lee, with us.
So yes, with our new friend, we have Michael Lee.
Don, you don't know anything about this.
I don't know nothing.
Let's play a game this week. You announce the name and the event, and let's find out if Michael's announced it.
Well, I can already say I've announced nowhere. But Michael Lee.
If he hasn't, I think the promoters should get on the blower and give Michael a call and get him to announce their local show. Let's do this.
All right. So, yeah. Well, all right. The way we wrap around the country, I'll announce a show. Michael Lee will say whether he's been there. Is that how we want to do it? Or Michael Lee, you just want to take control of the whole thing?
No, that is exactly how we want to do it. You say the show, and then Michael's going to say if he's announced there or not. Let's do this. Just let's not run it back like we're in the middle of a Royal Rumble.
Some of that.
Okay, you know, spoil the whole goddamn thing.
Roll back to kitchen.
Oh.
We'll see how it is. All right, cool. So thanks, everyone. This is the wrap around the country, brought to you by Australian Wrestling Community and the man in the mirror right here, Michael Lee. We'll start with the ACT. Lucha Fantastica have the Love Battle in Canberra, Saturday, Feb 21st. Michael Lee.
I've worked there, haven't announced for them. That would be the lovely fellow from that.
When you say work there, what do you mean?
I've been like a hand out the back, just putting some notes off, but just it's about as far as it went.
Then we head on our way to New South Wales for International Wrestling Australia's Biff in the Riff in Penrith on Saturday, Feb 21st. Michael Lee.
No go.
Oh,
Not yet.
that's disappointing. IWA need to reach out to Michael Lee.
Australian Wrestling Superstars have the Summer Series in Ashford on February 21st.
Love to work with Pierce. Haven't worked there yet.
Reaching out to Michael Lee, everyone.
Wrestle Strong Dojo in Rosehill on Saturday, Feb 21st. Michael Lee.
I have not been to Rosehill yet.
I am disappointed in New South Wales. I am very disappointed.
This isn't going as well as I thought.
Yeah, get behind the man, Michael Lee. In Queensland, Pro Wrestling League, Project Revolution 6 in Chermside, Saturday, Feb 21st.
I need to talk to Todd Eastman and see if I can get a booking, but no, not as yet.
Not yet. I think
Todd speaks a big game every week, but he hasn't got Mr. Michael Lee down there to commentate yet. Come on.
Nah, the guys at PWA are good folks. Sure.
Yeah, maybe they can get Mr. Michael Lee down to the Chaos at Coffs next year.
Looking forward to Chaos in Coffs next year. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You guys could form a tag team or something.
yes, the new tag team.
Thank you.
South Australia, Adelaide Championship Wrestling presents Rise to Glory Rumble in North Adelaide on the 21st of Feb. Michael Lee.
I've helped some friends get some bookings there, but me myself, I've not had the pleasure.
Whoa, would you say that makes you a phantom booker at Adelaide Championship Wrestling, pulling the strings from within the shadows?
Faux book, I don't know. Let's not go.
Just helping out some.
I'm just a man collecting people, meeting people.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just playing you, man.
Next, we make our way over to Victoria for Professional Championship Wrestling with Slam featuring Evolution in Ferntree Gully. I'll never not think of Fern Gully when I say that name.
Oh, everyone does.
On Friday, February 20th. Michael Lee.
I've had some very close conversations, but nothing has materialized as of yet. Would love to work with PCW one day.
Yes, me too. While we're jumping out there, PCW, fellas.
Yeah, I'm good. Hey.
Then we go to Alpha Pro Wrestling, Energy 23 and Purpose in Sunbury, Saturday, Feb 21st.
Have you worked there, Michael?
I know Michael, and the guy who helps put up the Alpha shows on Channel 31. Maybe I just need to have a chat to him after this and be like, oh, next time in Victoria, how about we, make this happen.
Malice Wrestling Federation Resurgence is in Mornington, Saturday, Feb 21st.
I know the fellas who run that. I would like. It's an offshoot of Adrenaline, so a lot of the guys who were a part of that, So I would love to be a part of that, and there's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, Melbourne City Wrestling have Anniversary in Thornbury on Saturday, Feb 21st. MCW.
I have not been to MCW yet. There was a chance when OPW were doing the collab show with the Thornbury Theatre before the event got cancelled that I'd be doing a show there, but plans changed. But obviously, who wouldn't want to work with MCW?
That's it. It's the story of wrestling. Things get cancelled and changed, and you're just like, oh man, that was my spot. That was my shot. Yeah.
This is the curly one at the end of the list.
Here we go.
And then in WA, Explosive School of Pro Wrestling presents the Tiger Strikes in Malaga, Saturday, Feb 21st. Michael?
I have not worked with EPW at this stage. I think the closest I've come was a conversation with yourself in my first year as an announcer.
Well, listen,
never say never.
I might know a guy.
Right?
So if you are interested, we can definitely have a conversation at a later date and make something happen, my friend. I will use all of my powers of good to help out the people that I know that are good people in wrestling. If you're a shit person in wrestling, fucking stay away from me. But Michael, you're a good people in wrestling, so let's make something.
We just buried another promoter earlier for not hiring Michael, and we find out the Don, you haven't hired Michael, nor has EPW. What's going on here?
Let's make some things happen. Michael Lee, you are, But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Michael Lee. Is there anything you wanted to throw out there before we leave? Anything you feel like needs mentioning? Anywhere you're working soon? Anything that's happening? Anything happening in the wide world of Michael?
I do not have a book coming out. I'm working. I've got 2 shows lined up next week. Be talking about those in a little bit. I've got some time off, so I'm just kind of having a bit of time to breathe. Don't get me wrong. If people want to see what I'm doing, please follow the Australian wrestling community. We're nearly at 6,000 members. Been chasing for a little while. So if you want to share the great word of Australian wrestling like these wonderful fellas do every week, then by all means, you know where to find me. You know where to find Scar and Don.
Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please make sure that you get around. We've just given you a bunch of shows coming up in your area or even kind of close to you. Please go down, support local wrestling, buy a ticket. That helps build the show. Bring your friends, bring your family. If you like a specific wrestler, please make sure you hit the merch table because that money goes directly into funding their wrestling dreams. Buy a t-shirt, buy an 8x10, pay for a photo, whatever it is. But if you like a person's wrestling, if you want to see them do wonderful things like your Kyle Fletchers, your Tony Storms, your Rhea Ripleys, your Bronson Reeds, your Grayson Wallers, all of that jazz, your Robbie Eagles, Adam Brooks, all those guys, please make sure you get to the merch stand and support them as much as you can. That was Australian Indie Wrestling for this week, and we'll see you next week.